Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you for clicking on this video. Today we have another fun ink to review. This one is the Mirror of Erised. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's a Harry Potter ink by Ferris Wheel Press. So another Ferris Wheel Press ink. And you can see the beautiful artwork on here. It's got Harry Potter, the Mirror of Erised. It's got a little bit of a description here on the back. Some more of that beautiful artwork, and I'm going to show you what this ink looks like. So if you were thinking of purchasing something fun, if you're into Harry Potter or just into collector items or anything, this is a really nice ink. They had a whole set, by the way. They had the Golden Snitch, they had the Sorcerer's Stone, they had a different ink for each of the 4 houses, they had the Sorting Hat, but this was the one that I got. Unfortunately, I cannot afford to buy all of them, but it would have been nice to have the set. So this one was my favorite because I like gray inks, first of all. This has a little bit of a gray color to it. And I like the decoration on the top, honestly. They all had a different decoration depending on what the ink was. So for example, the Sorting Hat ink had the Sorting Hat sitting on top. And the different houses had like a simple, so like Slytherin had a snake on the top, and so on and so on. It's got some lovely shimmer to it. So here's what the back looks like. It's got this beautiful gold foil. And then here's the front of the bottle. So this is by Ferris Wheel Press. Now, if you do want to get an ink and you haven't purchased anything from them before, I do have a discount code down below. If you click on that, it puts you, it's like a referral, like a refer a friend sort of a thing. So you get a discount for your first order. But when you do that, when you make your order, even if you don't order through my link, you can order on your own, doesn't matter. But when you make your first order, make sure you sign up for their points reward system. It's free. Once you've made an order, you can join the reward system. And what that does is every day you can spin the wheel to get points. And if you're patient and you spin the wheel every day, you can spin the wheel every day about the same time. So basically, if you spin the wheel at noon, you can spin it again the next day at noon or afternoon. But anyways, you can get more discounts. You can get things like free bottles of ink or free pens or whatever. So it's definitely one of the better reward systems I've seen by any company. So I highly recommend signing up for that. Okay, so the way we do this, if you're new here, is I will review the inks on 3 different papers. I have regular copy paper somewhere. Here we are. So here is the regular copy paper. I have HP 32, which is like a more better copy paper. And then I've got Tomoe River paper. And I've had these cut small just so that we're not wasting as much paper with these swatches. And the reason I do this is because maybe you have a notebook or some plain paper at home, you don't have the fancy stuff, and you want to see how these inks are going to look on the different types of paper. Because the way the ink performs, it's not just the pen, the paper makes a massive difference. That's why I'm doing everything with the glass pen, so that the only variable that changes is the paper. All right, so let's start with the copy paper. I'll put that under here. All right, so we're just going to make sure we shake this up so that the shimmers are evenly dispersed. And I will shake it in between each swatch to make sure that everything is as similar as possible from one test to the other than the paper. Let's go ahead and unscrew this. This is how the cap looks. It's really pretty. All right, I'll do this in here. Okay, so here is the regular copy paper. And this is a very pretty, kind of a cool toned silver color. And it's got shimmers in it, like I mentioned. I don't know if it says on the box. Sometimes they tell you, some of the packaging is different, so it depends on what you get. Some of it will tell you, what the shades are in the ink and whether or not it's shimmery or shading or whatever, and some of them don't, and I wish they would put that information on all the bottles, just so that you could know. but let's see here. And that's by Ferris Wheel Press. All right. They also had pens, by the way, pens for each of the houses. So, you know, if you have a favorite house, you can get the whole set, the ink, the pen, everything. And then also they had these, the mirror and the golden cinch and all that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and clean this off. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? Or I forgot. You didn't forget. You're probably screaming at the screen right now. We need to do the swatch because, like I mentioned in one of my many previous videos, these little swatches take a long time to dry. And rather than waiting until the next video to be able to see it, I thought we would just do it now. And the last video, we did this one sterling silver by Birmingham Pen Company. Which is a really neat color changing silver. So yes, we did 2 silvers back to back. Sorry about that. We will have a totally not silver next time, I promise. All right, now that this is nicely shaken up, set that down. Get this in focus here. All right. Okay. This is a very, very pretty silvery gray. I really like the gray inks. Seems like the ones that I've encountered anyway have very subtle special effects about them, and I just love how they look. So I'm trying to get all the ink off of this. Okay, there we go. It's going to have a little bit of pooling. Let me put just a little more. So we can make a more generous swatch here. Okay. That's pretty good. Put the lid back on this and shake it again. I just like to shake it frequently to keep the shimmers well dispersed. I want to make sure that we're being fair about how we represent the inks. If you were writing with this ink on your own, if you put it in your pen, it wouldn't need this much attention. Try to decide which line we should. I guess I can fit it here. And write the whole thing here. And this is the Harry Potter. All right. Rinse it off. Put this back on. This cap is pretty heavy too. So pretty. Okay, so we're gonna set that aside to dry. This is how it looks right now. We're gonna give that some time to dry, and we'll work on the other papers. Okay, so the shimmer in this, oh sorry, let's see if I can get it closer. The shimmer does show through on this, obviously. I find that the shimmer inks seem to perform very well on just about any paper. And this is how it looks. It's very pretty. I'm going to set that aside to dry, and we'll go to the next paper, which is going to be the HP 32, and then we'll compare them all at the end and see what we think of them. I really do hope that the camera is able to pick up the pretty shimmers. I think they were trying to make this look like glass, and I think they did a pretty good job. It's very pretty. And this is another, if you didn't see the other reviews of Ferris Wheel Press, they are a Canadian company. So if you live in Canada, you might actually be able to just go there and get the ink, unlike me having to pay for shipping. Okay. Oh, I forgot to write copy paper on that other one. I'll get it in a second. They have a lot of beautiful inks and packaging as well. That's Ferris Wheel Press. And this is HP 32 paper. I'll put a little bit more down. And I'm turning the pen because the glass pens tend to have like one side where they write better than the others, and I'm trying to find that spot. It's a little bit smoother on one side than the other. All right. Yeah, that's way better. Okay. So we will check that out and also let that dry. And this also seems to have a couple different like colors in the ink itself. And then it's got these lovely shimmers. Give it a second to dry. And I noticed too on the shimmery inks that the shimmers show up better as the ink dries. So if you're not seeing the shimmers right away, give it a couple minutes to fully dry. Yeah, you can see like right in here. Hopefully the camera picks it up. It's so pretty. It's a lovely, it's like a two-tone shimmer. I don't know. It's really pretty though. Okay, let's do the next one. We'll get the Tomoe River paper. So here's that. Okay, and then we'll shake this up. And if there are any colors you'd like me to see me review, or any, you know, specific colors by specific companies, whatever, you know, any suggestions you have, let me know, because I do want to make reviews that you'll enjoy watching. So definitely let me know. Okay, this is the Tomoe River paper. And what I was saying earlier is that these inks, the shimmery ones, how I'm having to shake the bottles all the time. You know, when you do this yourself, if you're going to sit down and write with an open bottle, you could instead pour some out into an inkwell, and then you just have a little tiny bit that you need to stir up. You don't have to shake the whole bottle. It's just a little bit different when you're actually writing. I'm doing it this way just because I'm doing this review and I want everything to stay about as consistent as possible. Okay, this is Ferris Wheel Press, Tomoe River paper, and we'll just do some more scribbles down here. The ink on this is really pooling on the paper and making some neat effects. So you can see in here like the different colors in the gray. It's very, very pretty on this paper. I think even before seeing everything dry, I think that this one, the Tomoe River paper, might actually be best for this ink. All right, let's put this back on here. And Ferris Wheel Press has a couple different collaborations that they've done. So they got this Harry Potter. Then they also have Lord of the Rings inks and pens as well, and also Superman inks and pens. So those are something else you might want to look into. And the Lord of the Rings, they have the Elven script lettering books that are back in their shop now, so you can order that. It's like a calligraphy book where you can write Elven, which I thought was really cool because, you know, you've got these pens and ink and everything, and now you have something you can, you know, that goes along with that in the same general idea. I thought that was really like a cool idea. So anyway, all right, so let's get these swatches here. These seem pretty dry. And this paper, this HP32, it feels like I have two sheets, but I don't. I think it's just thicker. Okay, these shimmers are gorgeous. So I don't know if that's even picking up, but I'll show you with that light. We'll turn that light on and look at. Okay, so this is what, hopefully this will show on camera. So you've got this kind of, the colors is like separating so you can see both, or however many colors are in here. You've got like this bluish gray color, and then over here it's more of like a pinky or mauvey gray. And then you got the shimmers, and you can kind of see here, like you got that mauvey, and then the, like inside there is like a more bluish color. This has really nice shading on the Tomoe River paper, and shading is one of my favorite things in an ink because it looks so nice when you write with it. So I think and then of course you got the shimmers on top, which are just, they're, it's not glittery, like there's not like big chunks of glitter. It's just a very lovely, subtle shimmer. I'm going to try with the light and see if we can get this to show up better on camera. And then here is the swatch that we made earlier. And some of those shimmers pooled down into like this area down, oops, in this area down here. You can really see, at least I can, really see the shimmers there. It's so pretty. And the different colors. So I wonder if it, no, it's dry on that side. Okay, so this may actually be dry, but anyways, you can really see in this area that more pinky tone, and then on the edges you can see the blues, and it's very, very pretty. Very interesting gray. All right, let me gather these up. So we'll go in order of copy paper, HP 32, Tomoe River, and I'm going to try to focus and get these splotches here, the shimmers. Okay, there. I think the camera is picking that up. Do you see the shimmer? It's so pretty. So even on this basic copy paper, you can see the really pretty, it's like a silvery blue shimmer. And then on the HP 32, it shows up even better. And then you got this Tomoe River paper where it's just, everything is just shiny and beautiful. So I really think that this Tomoe River paper is best for this ink, but it will look good on any paper that you've got. And then here is the swatch we made. Even on the lettering down at the bottom, you can see the pretty shimmers. And this is like a blue shimmer in person. I really hope the camera is showing that properly. And then for reference, this is the last one we did, the Sterling Silver by Birmingham Pen Company. And this is a really nice gray. And I hope the camera is showing this correctly. I'll take the light off of them and show you side by side the two different grays. So these are totally different grays. They look totally different. Yeah. So anyways, this looks really awesome. Thank you for clicking on this video and watching this review. And like I said, if there's anything you'd like to see, definitely let me know. And we will be back with a not gray ink next time. So thank you guys for watching. You have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.